Hi, it's Lisa. I have the 2015 sketchbook all done. If you've used the 2013 or 2014 sketchbook, you know that this is a really valuable tool for your scrapbooking that can make your process go a lot easier and give you a lot more creativity. The sketchbook is a PDF that you can purchase and download of all the sketches that I've done within the last year, plus more than what you've really seen if you've been watching the videos. If you're already familiar with the sketchbook, you'll find a link in the description for this video for where to go to purchase this year's copy. If you're not familiar, I'd love to tell you about it and show you how useful that it can be. The sketchbook has one of the sketches for each of the process videos that I've done throughout the year. Sometimes I do the sketches as I go with the process videos. Other times at the end of the year I go back and create a sketch for the video, and I clean up the ones that I have and make them look a little bit nicer, and I put a lot more information along with them. Here's an example of one of the sketches. If you choose to print the document, the sketches will print 6 inches by 6 inches. So they're a 1:2 scale, meaning if you're doing a 12 by 12 page, you can take anything on the sketch and just double the size, and you know how big that it needs to be for a 12 by 12 page. For example, this photo is 2 inches by 3 inches, or if I double that, 4 by 6. I can measure any of the other photos or the papers, or the material sizes are down here in the block below the sketch. There's also a list of swaps and suggestions. Sometimes you can use a different number of photos, different placement. I'll suggest different materials for a particular page, and there's a link for the process video that went with that particular sketch. The sketches are organized, or the book is organized by the number of photos per sketch. So early on in the book you'll find an index that has a listing. If you have one photo, here are the specific pages for 1 photo sketches, 2 photo sketches, 3 photos, etc. You'll also find that some of the sketches can be easily modified for a different number of photos. So say you have 3 photos, you can use the ones on pages 23 through 29, or you'll find that there are some other pages here as well where you could easily modify that sketch to be a 3 photo one, and you'll usually find that information in the swaps and suggestions. There's a listing for 5 by 7 photos, and this year out of the 40 sketches that are in the book, 9 of them are 2-page layouts. Many of your 2-pagers can be used as 1-pagers, and you're going to see that in an upcoming process video. I'd like to show you a little bit about the 2-page sketches because they're just a little bit different in that there's more of a thumbnail sketch to begin with, where you can see both pages side by side at a 1:4 scale. You still have all the same information that you have on the regular 1-page sketches, but you also have then the same scale, a duplicate copy of that sketch in the 1:2 scale. So you can print them out, do the measuring thing. You can also view them on the screen, and if your viewer, adjust your viewer to where you're seeing 6 inches on the screen and actually measure the items on the screen if you want to see the placement. And of course you can always modify the sketches. They're there for you to use for your personal scrapbooking in any way that you want to. One of the other indexes that I added last year is the supplies index. The supplies index is if you have, for example, 6 by 6 paper pads. Here are all the sketches, like the one we were just looking at a while ago, that you can use 6 by 6 paper pads with. Or maybe you're like me and you have a lot of enamel dots. Here are some sketches that you specifically call for enamel dots. Again, of course, you can adjust those supplies, but these just give you a place to see how you might utilize some of your supplies, and again to try to make things faster and easier for you. So I hope you'll take advantage of this opportunity to make your scrapbooking go quicker and to be more fun and more creative, so you can really concentrate on your photos and your supplies and your stories that you want to tell. Thanks so much for joining me today, and if you're interested in the sketchbook, you'll find a link for purchasing it in the description. The price is on the screen, and again, that's for 40 sketches this year. You'll also find under that link the 2013 and 2014 books still available. It is in PDF available for download. Thank you.